Hi guys, and welcome to another episode from T's Foam and Terrain and all that. And in today's episode we're going to be having a look at our second project that I mentioned in the introduction video. If you haven't seen it yet, go over and check it out. I talk about the 3 projects that I'm undertaking to try to inspire me to create more videos for the channel and to get the content flowing back on the channel. Before we touch on project number 2, just a little bit of housekeeping. So my aim is to try to get videos out each week, and what I'm aiming to do is release one on a Tuesday at 1 PM British UK time, and the other video will be coming out on a Saturday afternoon at 1 PM UK time. So that's my ambition. That's what I'm trying to achieve. I have had a couple out so far, and moving on, I think this will be the first Tuesday one, and then we'll have one out on Saturday as well. That's what I'm going to try to keep to. As I say, if I don't hold me, too accountable, but it's really for me to try to encourage myself. I have had a bit of time recently, which has been great, and that's allowed me to get some content videos ahead of time. So for example, Saturday's episode, as you watch this, is already filmed, edited, and ready for release on Saturday. So that's the hope. Yeah, we'll see if I can reach that goal. Now, also with that in mind, the videos, I'm aiming to try to keep them a little bit shorter, which means that for you guys, it's a quicker watch, which means you can watch the whole episode without having to take up too much of your time. And I do appreciate time is precious these days. Or always, I'm sure it's always been precious. So anyway, let's get on. So we're looking at the second project. In the last one, I briefly introduced my 10mm Falklands in 10mm project. And today what I want to focus on is my project in, basically it's in the Falklands, but it's naval. So this is for me more of a modelling project. It may one day, I may well use the models one day to game the naval conflict in the Falklands, but for me it's not a traditional naval battle. It's not. Except for the Conqueror taking out the General Belgrano, it's really just a Navy versus Air Force sort of conflict. Now, there may well be some rules out there that would work really well for that. If not, I'm considering the options of looking at doing a sort of a Kriegspiel with ships, or possibly writing a contact front supplement for it, but that's in the distance and that's in the future, and who knows what's going to happen about it. We'll see. I'm going to play around with some ideas that I've got, see what happens, like always. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit more about the project. I will be releasing some more videos. I'll probably do a product review on the ships that I'm using from Davco, and they are in the scale of 1 to 3,000. However, as I said, this is mostly a modelling project. So I will be showing some. I will do a video on how I'm doing the bases, how I'm painting it, just to kind of give you guys an idea of if you wanted to do naval modelling, how might you go about it. Again, it's only one technique. There are many techniques out there. Now, in terms of a time scale, again, I'm trying to push myself to get these things done, and one of the things that I've considered, and I think the kind of narrative, for want of a better phrase, that I'm going to settle on is this idea that I'm actually filming this on Monday the 11th of April, and it was the 40th anniversary of the fleet sailing from the UK on the 4th and 5th of April. So I've missed the start. But currently, 40 years ago, they were still on their way to the Ascension Islands. So my thought is, what if I could get the initial task group that sailed from Ascension, or from the UK to Ascension, and then Ascension to the Falklands, could I get those models done in the time period it took for them to sail? Really, the answer is yes, I should be able to. So I've got to do a bit of research. I've got some names of the ships like Hermes and Invincible. I believe Sheffield was in that group, and Glamorgan, and I think Atrium was as well. So there's some ships that I know already. Basically, the whole inspiration for this project and where I'm getting a lot of the research from is from a book called 100 Days by Sir Admiral Sandy Woodward. I'll put a picture up here of his book. If you haven't read it, go and get it and read it, particularly if you're into naval history. It's a fantastic book, well written, and gives a lot of insight into the sort of naval side of the Falklands conflict anyway. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to hopefully come up with a list of the ships that went down, and I believe from, again, my reading, my research, they made it down to the British Exclusion Zone, which is the area set up around the Falklands that the British set up to say that, look, any ships coming into this area will be legitimately targeted. Therefore, if you are not, you should stay out of this if you don't want to get involved in this conflict. And they made it down there by the 30th of April. Now, that doesn't give me a huge amount of time, but that does give me quite a bit of time. So I've got my, over the weekend on Saturday, an order arrived from War Bases. So all the bases I need for the ships I've now got. I've got the ships. I hope I've got all the ships I need. If not, there may well be an emergency order, and hopefully they will arrive in time. But I'm going to push on and I'm going to do my best. Okay, so a couple of more videos coming out in this series, looking at how we're basing the ships, how we're making the wave effects, how we're painting the ships, all that good stuff. We'll also probably do a video, just a little bit, a very short one, about the ships that made it down there and who they were. So you've got an idea, and I of course will showcase the ships as well once I have created them, and hopefully we'll reach the target of the 30th of April. So that's really it for today. I just wanted to kind of introduce the second project and sort of give you an idea what's coming up. I will be, I think, following a technique used by one of my good friends, David, who actually met when we were both in the Navy. He's still in the Navy and I'm not, but that's another story. I will just quickly pop some pictures up of ships that he's done, because it will just show you sort of a little taster of what's to come in terms of the modelling, getting the base, putting the figure on there, putting the ship on there, doing the waves, all that good stuff. So, and thanks David for all the help you've given me on that. So, that's really it for today's video. As always, if you've liked this video or liked any of the other videos, please give them a thumbs up, comments below, questions, comments, feedback. All of that's really useful and helpful and much appreciated. And of course, if you want to continue following this project or any of the other two projects that I'm going to be doing, please subscribe to the channel. It's really great. I'm on about 440 odd, so it'd be great to reach 500 subscribers. That maybe by the end of April, who knows. It's not really about subscribers, it's about me doing the hobby. And you guys are supporting me, and I hope I'm kind of giving you some support and inspiration through the video. So until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.